Hey, how you guys doing tonight? This is Xavier with the Thrive Business Institute and the legendary Leadership Academy. I'm excited to be with you guys tonight. Let's talk business. I'm just sharing this to a few more pages. How are you guys doing tonight? You guys know what this is. It is Business Building Tuesday. Every Tuesday, we go live to answer your business questions. Help you guys get your business either started, grow your business, or to get you unstuck with anything that you may be struggling with in your business. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about sort of where you guys are, what you got going on. And it's really simple, guys. All you do is you put your question right down in the chat box below and get some real advice. So some of the things that we can do, guys, I can take a look at your website. We can pull up your website and give you some feedback on your website, any marketing material that you have. If you have any questions about finances, marketing, advertising, any questions about any of your products or services and ways that you can kind of revolutionize those things to really set yourself apart in your particular market space, you can simply put those questions right down below. It's been a great week. I hope that you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing well this week. Glad to be with you guys tonight. All you do is put your questions right down below, guys. We'll also have a upcoming blog post that'll be dropping tonight. It is a really, really good one, so I'm excited about it. So, but that's where that is. So you guys, all you do, if this is your first time on a Business Building Live broadcast, all you do is put your question about your business, things that you're struggling with in your business, right down below in the chat box, and I'll answer those questions for you. Some Tuesdays we knock it out of the park. Other Tuesdays, it starts off a little slow, but I want to let you guys know that I'm here for you, here at your disposal, and this is one of the ways that I give back to the entrepreneurial community, is answering these questions, right? And so I know a lot of times, and I'm a part of a lot of the groups, right? And in a lot of the groups, there's a lot of well-meaning people that gives advice, and sometimes it's just not the most practical advice that they could give. And I don't, they don't mean, there's no malice in giving the advice that I see sometimes. However, there's more practical ways. There are faster ways. There's ways to cut the fat off of the steak and get right to the meat. Though there are no shortcuts to success, and there's no shortcuts to making money in business, there's no shortcuts to any of that. But over the years, we have accumulated a lot of beliefs and a lot of concepts as it relates to business that are just not relevant. They're just not needed to make your business successful right out the gate. And so that's what I'm here for. So once again, guys, welcome to the broadcast. Hello to everyone that's tuning in. If you do have any business questions, put your question in the chat below, and I'll be glad to answer that question for you. Kind of talk through what you got going on, and we can talk about how to get your business to where you need it to be. Thank you guys for tuning in with me tonight. I'm Xavier with the Thrive Business Institute and the legendary Leadership Academy. Outside of that, guys, I'm an entrepreneur. So I'm a business coach, an entrepreneur by day. So I coach businesses. I'm a consultant. I do leadership training and development. I do strategy development for larger companies, things like that. And again, this is one of the ways that I give back. And so if you guys do have any questions, please just put it right there in the chat. Let me help you. Let me help you get unstuck from where you are. And listen, you don't have to start a business. You don't have to quit your full-time job. What if you have a skill or talent that someone would pay you for, that you could make an additional, let's say $1,000 a month? And I know it seems far-fetched, but it's really not. It's really not. So if you can take a skill or talent and make an additional $250 a week, $1,000 a month, over the next 10 years, it's $120,000, right? You can pay off your house, right? You can buy a house. You can pay off your car. Can you imagine, what would you do with an additional $12,000 a year? Now, I'm not selling you anything. I'm just telling you about the skills and talents that you already have, right? And so that's what that is. I simply believe, guys, that you have a skill or a talent that somebody will pay you for. I believe that someone will pay you to do things that you already know how to do, things that you do great already. And everyone has a talent. Everyone has a skill set. So with all of that said, guys, I'm here for you. If you do have any questions about your business, put it in the chat below. I am here for you tonight. If you need me to take a look at something like your website or your Facebook page, we can pull your website right up on the screen, take a look at your website and give you some live feedback. Maybe tell you why your conversions aren't where they need to be. Maybe you have an online store that's not converting. Maybe I can give you some ideas on that'll help you convert sales. Maybe you have questions about profit margin, right? And what should your profit margin be? I have a story for you guys, and it's not funny, but it's my story, and it's about one of my businesses, and I'll tell you guys about it and the importance of understanding pricing. And on this particular job, I did not price it correctly. I did not price it correctly, and I lost on the deal. You still deliver phenomenal service, but I lost on this particular deal. So I'll tell you guys about that in a few. I'll tell you about that in a few and what I did, and that it's something I will not do again. And it is really, really important that you guys, that as you are operating your business, that you do understand your profit margins. And from time to time, you will have a mistake. From time to time, you will miscalculate. And I miscalculated on this particular job, and miscalculated, man, and it cost me. It cost me. So I'll get into that story here shortly. So just tell me what you guys need. Tell me what you got going on. Tell me where you're at. Tell me what your business problems are. Like, what are you struggling with? Right? Is it customer acquisition? Do you have an issue getting customers? Maybe you don't have an issue getting customers. Maybe your issue is keeping the customers that you do get, right? Or maybe your issue is operations, right? You know how to get the customers, you know how to keep the customers, but when you deliver your product or service, it's garbage, right? It's just not at the level that you want it to be. Maybe you don't understand your numbers, right? Maybe you're making money, but there's nothing extra, right? There's no profit. And I'll tell you this small concept about business. Your business can be making plenty of money, but if you're not making a profit in the business, then you can't sustain your mission. And that's why you're in business. I had a great conversation with a gentleman online the other day, and he said something, in the post, and it was interesting. But he was telling me that, profit, making money in his business wasn't his main idea. That wasn't his first goal. His first goal was to serve. And though that is, admirable, it is, guys, let me tell you, many businesses have shut down trying to serve without making a profit. There is a book it's called The Science of Getting Rich. It was written in the early 1900s, and one of the principles in the book, he talks about go get rich first, right? Make your money first. And when we use the term rich is just, you make that definition. I don't have to make that definition. You make, no one, what rich is to me is not to you, right? So, but in other words, you go make your money first. Ronald McDonald, when the McDonald's brothers started the McDonald's Corporation, they didn't have a Ronald McDonald House. They didn't have that. Truett Cathy with Chick-fil-A, same thing. They begin to make a profit in the business first. Your business, and you can't serve the way that you want to serve your community, the world, if your business is not making a profit. Because your first responsibility as an adult, right, is to take care of yourself and your family. It's not the business, it's not the world, it's to take care of your loved ones. If you're not taking care of those things as an entrepreneur, then you're really wasting time because that's your first objective. I see many well-meaning people, they go out and they serve, but they can barely, I mean barely, pay their own bills. And you just cannot sustain your mission like that. Darnell, how you doing, my friend? Thank you so much. Thank you, my friend. Hey, how's it going? If you have any questions for me, brother, please put it right there in the chat. I appreciate you tuning in tonight. I really do. But like I said, guys, your business, your main objective in business is first to make a profit. I don't care what anybody tells you. If your business is not making a profit, you're just volunteering, right? I don't want to open a business and run it day to day and not make money in my business, right? So you got to make money in the business. Your mission, whatever your mission is, that is sustained through the profits of your business. And if you're not making a profit, you are you're in a world of trouble. There's three levels of earning, or three levels of living, as it relates to, financial prosperity. And the first level is surviving, right? That's the base level that everyone hits, so when we go to work because we want to survive, right? Normally in the beginning of our careers, we're not making that much money. We just want to pay the bills, right? We pay the bills, and that's it. And that's called surviving. That's all it is, right? That's just surviving. There's not much left over. The goal, the next level, the second tier, is saving, right? It's where we survive. We pay all of our bills, all of our promises, right? All of those things we're responsible for. And we have a little left over, so now we can begin to save, right? And so we start off the base level of what we call adulting, right? Or just living, right? Especially in entrepreneurship. We start off with just surviving, right? We just want to pay our bills. The next level is saving. And hopefully you guys are getting to that level within your business, within your career, right? Even if you're not an entrepreneur, the next level is saving, right? Where I can work every day, I can pay my bills, and I can save on top of that and it not hurt my house. The ultimate level that we're all trying to get to is that third level. The third level is where we can now serve. And so you have surviving is where you can pay your bills. Saving is where you can pay your bills, there's some left over, and you can begin to save for your future, bigger things, right? The last level, the top level, is serving. That's where you're making enough money, you can easily pay your bills, you easily save, and there's plenty left over to share with the world, to serve. And that is where we want to be when we begin to serve in our mission, okay? All right, so let me answer a few of these questions, guys. Let me put a few questions up. Give me one second. Let's see your questions, guys. I'm pulling them up on the screen right now. I appreciate them. Those are good questions. Good questions. Louis Perry says, do family members deserve to get the hookup when I'm selling my products? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You don't know. We're not hooking up anybody. And the reason being is this. And because you're running a business, you're not running a charity, right? And just because you're family, again, going back into what I just described, right? Surviving, saving, and serving is that top tier that we're all trying to get to as human beings, right? And so one of the ways that you can kind of cut some of that out, or you can make it seem as if, is understanding your profit margins, Louis. So in other words, when you are pricing your products, you can price your product to with the discount already included, or the cushion for the discount. So let's say that you're selling a product. Let's say you have, I don't know, whatever you're selling, a doodad, right? And your cost in the doodad is only $5, right? 100% markup would be $10, right? And so I bought it for $5, I sell it for $10. That's my 100% markup. Let's say in that 100% markup, everything is included in that, right? All the other things that go along with running your business are included in that. Your operational costs, all of that is there. I have a free resource. If you have further questions about it, Lewis, I'll put it in the chat in a moment. I talk about how to price. That's pricing for profitability. But I teach you how to price your products. And so let's say you want to give family the hookup. So the markup may need to be 150%, right? So 150% markup would be $12.50, right? So 100%, we bought it for $5. 100% is $10. 150% is another $2.50, right? Half. So now I bought it for $5, but I have $7.50 markup in the item. So now I can give my family a discount code to bring it right back, to bring it down $2.50, which to them is the hookup. You still get your profit. You still are making money. They have the illusion of getting the discount, right? And everybody's happy. That's one way that you can do that. But that keeps you in good graces with some. There's nothing wrong with family asking. They're going to ask. Most of our family members don't understand entrepreneurship, so we really can't get upset, right? My family always asking for the hookup and people. So you don't have to get into all of that. It's okay. People don't know. They think when you own it, you have control. They don't think about all the other things that's included, right, in that. So that's one way that you can handle that. Just inflate it just a little bit. Give them a discount code. It's going to bring it right back down to your regular price, and you go from there. So I hope that helps. Lewis, I'm going to put that link in the chat. It's pricing for profitability, and it's a free training, so it's my gift to you, my friend. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and put it up there right now so I do not forget. Give me one moment, my friend, and I will get that. I'll get that right up there. I'm just looking for my link, guys. Give me 1 second. Once again, it's a free training. So I'm just trying to find it. Give me 1 sec. Appreciate you guys' patience. This is, here it is. Pricing for profitability, my friend. Once again, take the training and hope that you find some value in it. Okay, hope that helped. Thank you, Lewis, for the question. Darnell says, how do I get a business loan without using a personal guarantee? It's PG, guys. All right. So, Darnell, so we're going to dig a little bit. So I don't know if you're familiar with any of my broadcasts. So I am the anti-business loan guy. And the reason why I'm the anti-business loan guy is because business loans are the quickest way to rob your business of profits, right? It's the quickest way to rob your business of profits. So if you want to play the game with me a little bit, I can talk you through some other options, but I need to know a little bit about your business and what you're going to use the business loan for. So again, if you want to play along with me a little bit, just tell me what your business is and what's the plan for the business loan, and I'll help you kind of devise an alternate thought process. While you're typing that stuff in, I'll tell you why, or I'll tell you the only reason I would get a business loan. So business loans, as great as people believe they are, business loans are a little tough to get, for one. Two, they put your business so deep in the hole because you're literally taking a gamble, right, on the money. If somebody gives you $50,000 to do whatever you're going to do in your business, there's no guarantee that that 50 grand is going to make you 250 grand. Like, there's no guarantee of that, right? So the way that we build our businesses is we operate with very little debt, right? Or what we call liabilities. So that's the way it'd be listed on a financial statement. So we want to reduce our liabilities. That means that's the money that we pay out. And, gotcha. But we want to reduce that liability. And so oftentimes the money isn't the problem, right? Like, the money is the problem. So I'm gonna tell you when to get a business loan and how easy it is to get when you're in this situation. And then we'll talk about how to put yourself in a better position with what you already have. So the best situation to be in when you are wanting to get a business loan is when you already have a contract. When you have a contract that's going to easily pay the loan off, right? So let's say you got a business loan for $10,000. That means that someone has already given you an order for $30,000, $35,000. They've already paid, or they don't have to have paid a down payment or anything, but you won the contract for this huge order. Now what you do is you go to the bank and you say, look, I have to fill this order. These are my basic financial statements. This is money in hand. This is a signed contract. This is the first payment or down payment or full payment, whatever. And the bank will cut the check within 2 hours. No joke. No joke. They'll cut the check within 2 hours because they see your ability to pay, right? They know that when they give you the money, that they have a high chance of getting their money back because you already have a signed contract. You have guaranteed money in the bank. If you don't have that, then you need to have equity, right? You need to have equity somewhere else. That's that, okay? So tell me tell me how much you need. How much would you need? I'm going to pull this up because I at least want to give you some exposure in the business. How much do you need for the business? Let's talk about it. And for everybody watching, if you guys, you can, Darnell, if you would also put up your Instagram username, please. Guys, check him out. I mean, he does great work. And what I like about Darnell and his business is he is very active on Instagram. He does, nice videos, does some nice pictures, some nice motivational stuff. So definitely, guys, hit him up on Instagram and link in and go from there. Okay, so $10,000 is what you're needing. Now, last time that you and I spoke, so I'm going into business coach mode now, all right? So here's business coach mode. So last time you and I spoke, I gave you some suggestions. And part of those suggestions were to create some very generic designs. They are stock designs, and you sell those designs, right? So it's, you do a stock shirt maybe for, had to sneeze, excuse me. Gee whiz. But I told you to do some very stock designs, right? And with those stock designs, you can push those out to the masses. The $10,000 that you're needing, dude, let me tell you, you're only 2 or 3 designs away. Something that you can sell to the masses. Literally, you're only 2 or 3 designs away. What is your average profit margin for your shirts? Tell me what your average profit margin is for your shirts. Just an average. Just, if you do a shirt in dollars. What's your average profit margin? Average profit margin in dollars for the shirts that you do, the custom stuff that you do. What is the average? What's your average profit? And I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you how easy it is to get to that $10,000. You just got to get creative. You got to get creative. And you guys, if you see his work, I promise you, he really does great work. Definitely check out his Instagram page. He does really, really good work. All right. So about $850. So we're going to take the $10,000, right? We're going to divide that by 8.5, and your 1,100 shirts. Now let's say 1,200. You're 1,200 shirts away from your $10,000. Now, we're going to divide the 1,200 into 30 days, and that's right at 40 shirts a day. In order for you to do those 40 shirts a day, you have to reach more people. This is how you do it. The key to wealth that we don't understand oftentimes, this is why we get pissed off and we ask, well, why do athletes get paid so much more than a school teacher? Or why does the military get paid, so less? They should make so much more for protecting our country. It's simple mathematics. It's literally simple mathematics. When you look at a school teacher that's in the classroom with a kid, she has a certain number of students in her particular classroom, right? And let's say throughout the day, let's do a middle school or high school teacher. Let's say throughout the day, she'll serve 100 kids. Those 100 kids, and you can divide her salary up, and you'll see how much per kid, the kids are not paying, but we're just saying tax dollars, right, is paying into that teacher's salary, okay? The other side, I'm sorry, guys, I got something beeping. But when you look at an athlete is very, very different. So an athlete they actually have hundreds of thousands or millions of fans that are pouring into their salary. So they serve more people, and more people pay a smaller amount into that person's salary. So the reason why you haven't hit your 10,000, you don't have a product issue, you have a customer issue, right? A customer reach issue. So we're going to go right back to what we've talked about before, which is you need to do some generic designs, okay, to get your product moving, right? Once you do a generic design, let's see what we are in Aries season, I think. What I would have been doing is I would have been doing an Aries shirt for guys and an Aries shirt for girls. I would have put $50 to $100 behind Facebook ad campaigns that would link directly to your site because you don't have to print the shirt until you get the order. I would make sure that that profit margin, of course, is there, that $8.50. They're going to pay their own shipping, or you could boost it up to $10 if you want and do a flat rate shipping, however you want to do it. But you have some room to play with that. People will pay more for personalized items, right? So because it's an Aries shirt and it speaks directly to them, now that Aries shirt is worth more. It's not just a regular t-shirt in the store. This is a shirt that identifies with me, especially if you say, the best women are Aries, or Aries rule the world, or, your mom always wanted you to marry an Aries woman, something like that. I don't know. But that message, it's a general message, but it speaks to a specific group of people. So a t-shirt that they would normally pay $10 to $15 for, they'll pay $20 to $25 for, because it's personal to them. And it's a basic design. And every year they'll have that shirt, if that makes sense. And so somebody knows someone that's in the military, someone that knows somebody that is in law enforcement. Dude, you could make shirts that says, my son is in the Navy and he'll kick your son's butt, right? So you could do something like that. These are the generic designs that we talk about. Once you do these designs, you literally do an ad campaign with just that design, put you $50 behind it, and run the campaign for 14 days. That's it. If you run the ad campaign for 14 days and you get 5 orders, right, it's already paid for itself. And that's how you're going to ramp up to getting your 40 a day, okay? The other thing that you can do is this. I would do some of those same designs, Aries, military, hug a police officer, thank a fireman, hug a bartender, DJs are the best. You get what I'm saying? You have to begin to think about society and what speaks to society, right? My hairstylist is better than yours, right? My nail tech is better than yours. You could do that and sell that at, you could do a nail tech shirt and just do a basic profit margin, have a decent profit margin in there, and go into a nail salon and say, look, I'll give you guys these shirts for $10, and it's the cheapest design that you could do. It's literally just words and then maybe some nails, on a finger, one color, single color, on a white shirt or black shirt, and take them to a nail spot and say, hey, I normally sell shirts for $15 a pop. I'll sell them to you guys for $10. You can mark them up to $15 and sell them to your clients or give them to your clients, however you want to do it. And boom, and you sell them in bulk, right? You sell them in bulk. And there you have it, right? And before you know it, you'll be knocking out 50 to 100 shirts a day with no problem. But you gotta get your imagination out. The custom stuff is great. But you gotta begin to utilize more of your imagination in developing some generic designs, put them on your site, run Facebook ads that'll go directly to that sales page, let people purchase and move on. People are stingy and we think about ourselves, right? My baby is cuter than yours. Your mama ugly, or, tell me a mama joke, right? Any of those things, right? What's going on in our society right now? If I were you and I had the equipment to be able to cut out some stuff, man, I would be blowing out Mueller shirts, right? Like Mueller, Special Counsel Mueller. Just can't. So the report just hit. I would have, dude, is your boyfriend cheating? Call Mueller. is, have you checked your wife's phone lately? Call Mueller. I would do some kind of hashtag Mueller, right? So I would utilize what's happening in society to sell my product. You just have to get creative. Can you imagine if you did a Mueller probe thing, right? A Mueller line of T-shirts with just funny crap that that we research, funny crap that people can investigate. That's all I'm saying. So your goal is to get to 40 shirts a day. This is your generic stuff. You create the design, and you already have the equipment, so you don't even have to cut it. You don't even have to print it. All you have to do is create the design, save it, and you know how you can, you can do a proof, do the proof, and you sell the proof. That's it. All you do is sell the proof. And you let people pick the proof. They pick whatever they want on the shirt, and then boom, you print it, cut it, ship it. If you see that you begin to get more of this than that, then you turn around and you print, 5 or 6 so that they can just be pressed and shipped. So that's how you're going to get to 40 shirts a day. That's your number, 40 shirts a day. The other thing you need to think about are larger corporate contracts. So I would think about companies that make $1 million or more a year. Companies that make $1 million a year or more. Companies and these companies are relatively easy to find. If a company owns their own real estate, they normally will make $500 to $1 million minimum a year. If they have 40 or more employees, they will more than likely make more than $1 million a year. As you think about these larger companies, look, dude, walk in. Ask for the meeting with the general manager, with a supervisor, right? Someone who has the power to cut a check and say, hey guys, I don't know. Let's say you walked into a plumbing company, right? You walked into a plumbing company and say, look, I came up with a few designs. I heard you guys were a great company, right? And I came up with a few designs. I wanted to see if you guys like them. And if you guys are interested, we'll give you guys great pricing on these. You just have to do orders of, 50 or more of these T-shirts. I think this is a great morale booster. I think they're funny. Here's a hashtag. And you can do that, right? But you're going to have to, and I want you to, if you're not doing it already, 1 day a week, my friend, for 4 hours minimum. 1 day a week, 4 hours, you need to get out in the street. You need to be walking into businesses, walking into restaurants, walking into these major businesses and shaking hands, right? Like most printers do a lot of small stuff, and the clients they just get by luck, right? Somebody went to Google something and by luck. Dude, I would print off a funny shirt with some business's info on it and say, hey guys, I printed off, 2 or 3 large shirts. Figure you guys would like this design. And, if we can help you guys, let us know. And it would just be something customized for that company, right? 1 or 2 people have it, right? The boss can use it as a giveaway. So if there's a company where you really want the big order, dude, do a free shirt or 2, come up with a design and walk in. Everything is strategic, right? They see the design, beautiful design, it's funny, it's entertaining. Everybody's going to want that shirt. They can place orders, or, the company may cut a check. You get what I'm saying? And I always give companies discounts where the company pays. So if they pay me bulk order, if I'm providing a service, I always give discounts for larger companies and bulk stuff like that. So anyway, Darnell, I hope that helped you, my friend. I hope that gave you some great ideas. Dude, I'm telling you, you're sitting on a gold mine. I promise you are sitting on a gold mine. You just have to, you got to hit it, bro. You got to hit it. You got to expand the business. You got to expand the business. And it's not the business that's the problem. And you know just as well as I do what the problem is. The problem is you. It's your thinking, right? Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to launch you guys you'll see the link come up tonight. A new blog post for my site. Well, you can see it early, actually. You can go to xavierjohnson.com and just go to my blog. You'll see it. But it's called The One Thing That I Did Not Learn in College. And the one thing that I didn't learn in college was that I had to grow myself. I didn't learn that. I have an executive MBA. I have a master's in divinity. I have a bachelor's in theology with a minor in business. Dude, all of this schooling I've done over the last 15, 20 years of my life, dude, nobody told me that I had to grow myself. No one told me that. No one told me that my business would never outgrow me. Like, it won't. Your business will only, John Maxwell calls it the law of the lid. And this is the lid. This is your business. This is you. Your business will only grow as far as you do. There's a story about the McDonald's brothers, and I tell this in another video. But the McDonald's brothers, their story is amazing. If you don't know it, they started off, Dick and Maurice McDonald, with one little restaurant in the late 1930s in California. And the restaurant did well. They expanded to two. By the late 1930s, early 1940s, they were splitting net profits of about $100,000 a piece during that time, which was $100,000 a piece in the 1930s, 1940s. You were rich, like you were in there, right? But they couldn't grow their restaurant outside of that. And so a man by the name of Ray Kroc, who they were in contract with, he sold milkshake machines, right? And what happened is Ray Kroc came in, and the rest is history. The reason why we have the McDonald's Corporation that we have today is because of Ray Kroc, not because of the McDonald's brothers. Ray Kroc understood expansion. His thinking was bigger. He understood how to put systems in place. And because he put those systems in place, now you have a billion-dollar company that's ran by mostly teenagers, right? So that's the power of growth, right? And so anyway, that is, I hope that helps. I hope that helps. You have to grow your thinking. And when you begin to expand your thinking, imagine, put it in the front of your mind, your business, you're selling 100 shirts a day. 100 shirts a day. Just put that in the front of your mind. 100 shirts a day. And how do you get to that? How do you get to that? If you think of how many people are on this earth, if you think of all of the things that connect people, right? What are the major movements that are happening in our society today? Tap into those things. Put you some advertising behind it. And dude, go make your $1 million. Go make it. It's waiting on you. It's waiting on you to expand your thinking. You got to do it. You got to do it. It's my pleasure, my friend. It's my pleasure. Keep serving. Keep doing what you do. Keep doing what you do, my friend. Okay, guys, I am here with you. I'm here with you. We've been jamming now for about 46 minutes. If you do have any questions, guys, just put those questions right there in the chat. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. If not, like I said, I will. You guys will see a few things getting ready to pop off. One of the major things that I'm really excited about, and you guys will get some more information about this, is the book club. The book club is getting ready to launch, where we're going to be going through books every single month, a different book every month. We'll be doing video summaries just like this. There will be an infographic that you'll be able to download, a text summary that you'll be able to download. You will also have an MP3 summary that you'll be able to listen to on all of your audio devices, as well as, of course, the video summary. Each week, we'll cover a certain number of chapters for the book, key ideas and concepts. Everything is designed for you to digest within 10 minutes or less. I'm excited to bring this stuff to you guys. Really, really inexpensive. $19.97 a month. Really, really inexpensive for you guys to grow yourself. You know, we call books the wisdom of the world. And so we need to become a connoisseur of the wisdom of those that have gone on before us, those that are in business, that have achieved massive success. There's also a conference call that will happen every week for 1 hour that will go over some of those key concepts and give us an opportunity to strengthen each other and to talk through the book. So I'm excited, really excited about all of that. All right, guys, it doesn't seem like there's any more questions coming through tonight. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate all of the questions. Please go and hop on Darnell's page. The information is in the chat. And for all of your t-shirt needs, hit my man up. Give him your business. Give him the opportunity to earn your business. I'm sure that he will do an amazing job. So with that being said, guys, if I can help you, if you have any other questions, put them right there in the chat before we disconnect. I'm here to help you. What business question do you have? I'm here for you. Are you stuck somewhere in your business? Let's talk about it. Just put your question right there in the chat. If there are no other questions, I will go ahead and end the broadcast. So until next time, guys, take care. You guys can always find me on social media. If you need me, feel free to give me a holler. All right, take care.